what I'm going to do is I'm going to start.
The only thing I have in there is beta.
I'm going to. Well, here, look. Open up your Steam.
Yeah.
I'm starting a YouTube video right now. Right click Railroads Online, go to properties, go to betas, and then there's a drop down box, so select none if you want to be on the main branch. If you're on the beta branch, when this spline update comes out, it's automatically going to update and your saves are not going to work.
Okay.
You know what I mean? You won't lose them unless you try to start the game up with them or something. It might mess them up. But you know me. I have them backed up everywhere.
Yep. Me too. Yep. Somebody just posted something.
And you're welcome to jump in here if you want.
I'm starting to crash, man.
I would too if I was up since Saturday.
I'm seeing like 3 different rows of belts and nuts, and there's only 1 row of belts in it. So it is kinda...
Hey, Glenn's here.
Hey, Dr. Wolfenstein, how you doing?
There's the doctor.
I'm a fake doctor, but what's your problem?
What kind of doctor? What kind of doctor are you?
I am the evil kind.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
I think 80% of doctors are evil anyway.
You're on Chicago, right?
I'm in New York.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been up since Saturday, Doc.
Dude, that's not good.
No, right?
No. Well, me and Joe got into working on my OBS so I could stream. Right? So we got that up.
You know that Sandy River and Wrangley Lakes Road? That's what they call main gauge.
Really?
Mm-hmm. That's like 2 foot something.
Yeah, that video I posted.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But what I liked about it was, even though it was 2 foot, it kind of showed typical operations for narrow gauge at the time. I'll tell you, the thing that impressed me the most was that old guy shoveling coal into the tender and doing all that work. I was like, man, that guy is something else.
Went up all the young pups.
Yeah.
I got
Excuse you.
what is it, Derail Valley.
Oh, you bought it?
Yeah. Only $20.
Yes.
Oh, that's it?
It was
Yeah.
on sale right now.
Oh, maybe I should get it. Just to have it. The heck? Maybe I should get it just to try it.
It's not
Heist
bad.
has been playing it.
Right.
Yeah. Pretty decent game. It's
There is a multiplayer option.
right on.
Uh-huh.
Oh, there is a multiplayer in that?
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We'll have to try that.
Mm-hmm.
Seems like we'd be naturals at it since it's derail.
At least for Joe, it would be.
I'm pretty bad at derailing too, or I'm good at it, whatever you want to say.
I think he got what 15 on Friday.
That's not bad. Or he got 15 by himself?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. That's not good.
Yeah.
That's kind of a bit much.
And the passengers derailed themselves a couple times.
Oh, wow. Oh, thanks for reminding me. Passenger train.
What happened?
I gotta find the passenger train and get it going.
It's probably right where I left.
There's something here. Who's that?
Me.
Oh, there's a porter in.
Yeah, you bought that for the
Oh, for the right. That's right.
last time.
Right. Old fart. It's got fuel in it. Where are you? Oh, I'll teleport over here. Get this sucker going.
Are you streaming tonight?
I am streaming and I am recording for YouTube since I haven't put any content out in a while, so try to get something out there, you know?
Yeah, you've been gone for at least
Yeah, like 5 days.
5 days now.
I was streaming a little Fortnite in the morning.
Yeah, I've been seeing that when I can.
Yeah.
Me too.
I like to start my day off like killing people. I don't know.
Human nature.
Or dying, you know, one of the two. I'm doing one of the
Going hunting.
Yeah.
Hunting, and then you become the hunted.
right. So wait a second. Where is this guy? Again.
I'll start it up. I'm probably going to eat.
No, I already got it going. So it's coming to me. I think I can get out in front of it. And then I'm taking the bypass, so I'll be all right.
Oh, I can't wait until Friday.
I won't be. I'm not even going to be around either.
Really? Where are you going?
I'm going to Boston. Got to go to a graduation. Big old college graduation. And it doesn't matter anyway. It's like you're going to start playing with it, but you really can't build a railroad yet, really. I mean, you can, but you can build it, but they may not. They may have to update it a few times.
Yeah.
How many people played on Friday, Savage?
I know I was there.
Oh, you were there. Nice.
Yeah. I was there, but I wasn't in a right frame of mind.
No.
So I was just Savage's brakeman.
Okay.
Joe was there.
I'm
stupid. I should have hosted Joe.
surprised Harley didn't get on. Oh wait, yeah, he did.
Yeah, he was on.
Yeah, I was watching it for a couple minutes and then went back to fishing.
Well, Joe did stream it. So.
Yeah. I should have hosted his stream, though.
I wonder if I'm hosting. Get back to fix.
I'm up to the point where I can see. Oh. Okay. I know I heard a tremble bar. Where?
Where am I? Okay. Here.
Extended on.
Yeah, I'm gonna post the link in the group chat, please. Don't screw with us. Whoever's one.
That was one of the things going on.
Oh,
Somebody was screwing with Joe again on. Right.
Oh, what was it? They gave the link out or something?
I don't know. I don't. It just was like you couldn't figure out what was going on. They were just messing with his brakes on his train when he was stopped. Every so often that the brakes would come on, he'd turn them off, they'd go back on.
That's messed up.
Yeah.
Really? On the crossings? They crash into themselves?
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's so funny.
Wait, who was crashing into who?
The passenger trains were crashing into each other.
On the mini mayhem Friday.
So I got a little route figured out here. I'm dropping lumber at the smelter. No, at the ironworks. Then I'm going to continue up to the iron mine, pick up some iron, come back down, get cordwood and logs, drop the cordwood and the iron at the smelter, and then bring the logs to the sawmill.
Oh, I was. I wonder why I was kicked.
You were kicked out of the game?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know why.
Did that to me twice at the end of the night.
That's weird.
Oh, I'm only gonna be on for a couple hours, by the way. I still have.
Forgot to do this.
Maybe that famous thing is called
It's not that I don't mind working or working in the morning. I love the work I do. I didn't realize to be patient. Admin.
yeah.
This could be an issue. Trying to bring logs and cordwood up.
That was a really big train.
Yeah, I probably should have went and got them first. That would have been the smarter thing to do. Because I have the lumber. But time-wise, it's not the smarter thing to do. Oh, let's see what happens. We'll see what happens.
See what happens to what.
But if I get everything, if I get everything set up by the end of the week, I'm gonna be
Are you
streaming.
gonna make a new hardcore map?
You're going to be streaming?
I'll just gonna stream on. I'll just stream whatever we play on.
Nice. Yeah, I definitely won't be on this Friday again. Unfortunately.
As I have everything all set. All I gotta do is a couple more things and then my OBS is set. The Twitch is set.
Nice.
Taking me a little bit long because I'm trying to figure it out on my own, right? A lot of it.
Oh yeah, that's right, before you had help.
Yeah.
YouTube's got a ton of good videos out there.
Yep. But the thing is, when you watch a video, slow it down, watch it about 6 or 7 times, and then you try and do it as you're watching it. That's
Hmm.
what. That's when I slow it down.
Right.
I slow it down so that way, as the person is doing it, I will click on each set where it gotta go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Panda.
Pandas in Discord?
Oh, I think you just type something in the Discord
Oh. Let me check.
in your general.
What'd you do with that little engine?
It's still at the spawn yard.
Oh, he's asking if the beta came out yet. No.
Right.
I said to Joe, I'll be the first one to rat on myself if I was messing with him
Right.
because I'd be laughing so friggin' hard.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to hide it for too long either.
Yeah, I'd
Oh,
be laughing.
who did you guys give the links to though?
Oh, we just posted it in the.
Oh, I didn't. I wish I would have seen that because then I would have definitely messed with you guys. I didn't even notice.
Ah, shit.
Yeah, I definitely would have messed a little bit with you guys. In a good way, not in a bad way.
Yeah, like they weren't flipping switches or anything like that.
Right.
I don't think anyway. I think they were just messing with Joe's brain. Why do they seem to be messing with you, Joe?
All right, let's back this sucker out. Get him facing in the right direction again.
Definitely starting to really feel it though.
Yeah, I don't know how that's even humanly possible, dude.
For a minute.
Oh, no.
I don't know either. Anyway, yeah, I've been doing it. I just lose. I don't get any when I get going on something. I just lose track of time.
I don't know. I would get tired at some point. We should be good with the passenger train. Look, I'm running long trains again.
Yep. Nice, real long one. There you go.
Yeah. Mixed consist. I'm still up in the air about whether this is
Good idea.
a good idea. I think it is, but maybe not in the configuration that I'm currently running.
Yeah.
I think there's different runs that I can do. Like I don't need the oil tankers for this run. So I could have got
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Like I said last time I talked with you, what railroads would do is that they would take long trains to a classification yard, and from the classification yard they would be divvied out to, or the full cars would be divvied out to different tracks in what they call a hump yard.
Yeah.
And I am not making that up. They call it a hump yard.
No, I know. I know what a hump yard is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
So do
I'm
I.
sure sure your viewers are gonna, you know,
Have a
say
dirty
a few things.
dirty thought, but yeah.
Yeah. Anyways,
I made a hump yard on my other map.
oh, you did? Oh.
Yeah.
But anyways, then local locomotives would take trains to their destination within, you know, within their district, you know.
Right. Yeah, that wouldn't really work on this layout. It would work. It just wouldn't be efficient.
Well, anyway, gentlemen, I'm heading off to bed.
All right, man.
You guys have yourself a good evening, and
Right.
see you all tomorrow.
All right.
Night.
See you, Iron Eye. Yeah, Savage, I agree. You know, yeah, 2 or 3 types. I guess it depends. It depends on what run I'm doing. Like this run, I did not need the oil cars. I could have taken a few more of another type of car or something. I think the biggest issue is going to be when I go to get the logs and the cordwood is going to be at the end of the train. Unless I move the cars around. That's cool. Oh, the passenger train is kind of right behind me. That's not good. It caught up to me kind of fast. I'm not going to be able to stop, back up, and get out of its way in time. That's going to be really tight. Oh, let's play chicken. We're going to play chicken with the passenger train. That sucker caught up to me quick.
Tempted to make a caboose in office 1, office 2,
I got to turn you up. I couldn't hear you. Say that again?
I'm tempted to make a caboose that says office 1, you know, office 2, and office 3.
Oh, yeah. My other layout, I have an office caboose. It's just the more cars you add, the more physics you add, you know?
Mhm.
So, are you back in my server?
Oh yeah, I already got the number 8 up and running.
Oh, okay. You're gonna bring it over to the oil yard?
Yeah.
Nice. The oil refinery?
Yes.
You know, the funny thing is, I don't even know if this train is going to fit in the siding I made to allow the passenger train to go past. That's the funny thing.
And after I get out, I need to pack up, don't I?
Okay. Where is the passenger train? Did it derail? Did I leave a switch? I hope not.
Okay, I found you. It is going behind you stuff.
Yeah, okay. The tricky part here is going to be getting this train stopped and reversed. Yeah, it's right here on me. Let's see. Let's say about midway. I'll wait for the last 8 cars. So now I'm going downhill.
You know, that's why I said you should create some bypass tracks at the where you go in and out of places.
Right.
That way, you know, you can come in and safely switch your cars and stuff without the passenger.
I should have enough room in here. Looks like I'm gonna make it, no problem. I was like, why do I still hear an engine?
Probably because of me.
No, because the passenger train was right next to me. Yep. I am just making this. All right. I made it. Hey, what's up, Killini?
I just joined your Twitch.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that was fun. That was a fun little scenario right there. Trying to outrun the passenger train.
Yay! Flipping the switch so I can come out.
Yeah, the passenger train will be on the other track, so you should be good. Yeah, a bypass siding wouldn't be a bad idea up here. I can put one in easy enough too. The point, but like when I was first building this railroad, it was to have more realistic operations, less switches, the least amount of track needed to get the job done. That's what I was trying to do. Yeah. But now that like we're all kind of operating this together and stuff, and then, well, we'll see. After the spline update, I'm probably going to I'm going to make a new map, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. with industries a little further apart.
I have a fresh map of yours.
Yeah, I'm gonna make, well, if this spline update works as advertised, where we can go faster, then I can spread the industries out across the whole map.
Uh-huh.
And I'm gonna think that one through and set it up for multiplayer operation. Might be interesting.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait for the passenger train to pass me.
He's on the other track though.
Yeah, I know. So I can switch over and take the
Okay.
shortcut. You know?
Yeah. I think I lost count on this one. Yep.
Oh, it's all the way over there.
Probably already passed you, right?
Nope, not yet.
It's probably on the bridge about. Has to be past the bridge. Yeah, cool. Sometimes it's so weird. Sometimes it's right up on you, and other times it just takes its time. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna make a new map. But when I say a new map, I mean uh, a new locations for everything. We'll use the whole entire map because the trains can go 30, 40 miles an hour or whatever. So we can make more interesting runs. Or maybe put 2 of every industry or something. Something crazy. I'll come up with something. I have a few ideas bouncing around in the old noggin.
Hear about that? If you want some suggestions, hit me up.
Yeah. We could do it like a group thing. Yeah, you're very knowledgeable when it comes to trains.
That's because, oh, what is it? I grew up around trains, steam and diesel.
Okay.
Plus, I had a grandfather who knew a lot, and he had a cousin who actually worked for Santa Fe,
Nice.
retired BNSF,
See,
a road foreman.
gotcha.
And I knew someone who was the lead switchman at Los Angeles Union Station.
Okay.
In fact, if you search the little SW100 that they had there, or SW1200, that's the engine that he used a lot.
Okay. SW1200. That's one of my favorite locos.
Hmm
Yeah.
It was actually remanufactured through Santa Fe and EMD.
Okay.
They called it an SB 1200,
Okay.
Switcher San Bernardino 1200.
See, I grew up around the Long Island Railroad, and my dad did work for the subway, the New York City subway system.
Really?
Yeah, I actually operated a crane and lifted a subway car off the tracks. The trucks are not bolted onto the cars. The cars just rest on the trucks.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. So when you grab the car, the whole car comes up, but the trucks stay behind.
What is it? Do you know who started Long Island?
What's that?
You know who started Long Island Railroad?
No.
So, from all the literature I read, it was actually the Pennsylvania Railroad.
The Pennsylvania Railroad? Oh yeah,
Mm-hmm.
makes sense. Because they both go into Penn Station, so
Mm-hmm.
I could see how that happened. And they were using, I don't want to say K4 Pacifics, but the Long Island Railroad were,
A4s,
yeah, yeah,
I1s, no, L1s.
right.
Oh no, not L1s. They had 4.6, 4.6 O's, 10-wheelers.
Prairies? Okay. Oh, 10-wheelers?
Not prairies. Not prairies.
10-wheelers.
10-wheelers.
Right. Yeah, that was all, that steam on the Long Island Railroad was way before my time.
Mm-hmm.
But I was up there when the M1 cars, the electric cars, and the diesels were FA1s. I believe they use SW1500s or something like that. And I've probably seen at least one or two Alco RS1s, GP38s, GP9s, or GP7s.
Right.
All for,
They had Jeep 7s.
yeah, yep, for passenger and freight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they'd run a diesel engine at either end of the train.
Uh-huh. They even used their switch engines.
Yep, they would put the switches in. I have pictures in a box somewhere. Yeah, not too many pictures, but I have a few of that stuff. Yeah,
What is it?
one of these days I got to dig it out and scan them. Yeah, look at this map and figure out where I'm going now. If I go down and in, I'm facing the wrong way. I should have went and got the logs and the cordwood first. Because now when I go down and in, I'm going to be facing the wrong way. I need to make some kind of a turnaround down in the smelter. Maybe I'll throw in a quick turnaround. I don't know how else to do it. Let's see if I go... No, there's no other way. There's no other way for me to turn around except back up the whole way. It seems like this is the only place I have to turn around. Is down here by the smelter. Where are you right now?
I am on the oil lead.
Oh, wow. I might even do some switching and break this train up.
Okay.
Instead of bringing the whole thing down in there.
You hear a whistle?
No. Can you hear this one?
No.
Yeah, we're too far apart. think, let's see. Come down the right side. Oh, it's gonna have to be like a double maneuver. Maybe I'm gonna park the train on the main line while I do some track work.
Do you want to stop the express?
I don't think so. Let's see. It's gonna be coming. I might be able to beat the train. I think I can beat it. And make the track work I need to make.
Okay.
Let's see what happens. Because right now it just passed me. And it's got to go all the way up to the oil fields and back down. And it has to be refueled on the way back down. Otherwise, it's not even going to make it to me anyway.
Yeah, I'm at the refinery right now. This whole engine just zooms when not loaded with anything.
All right. Let's see. Let's clear the switch. I think I need to put the switch track right here where my engine is.
What do you want me to spot this engine?
Oh, anywhere up there is fine. We have to figure out how that's all going to work anyway on the next run. All right. This should be clear. Yep. Train started rolling backwards.
You mind if I place a water tower and stuff?
Yeah, go ahead. Feel free. Oh, it was there. There you go. That's a double rail. But, let me see. Was it? Yeah, it was. They're keeping 90s in the game.
You're just re-imaging them.
Right. I lost the,
Oh wow, I did this just right.
with the spacing.
Yep.
I hope 15 degrees gets me where I gotta go. It's the only thing I don't like about
Where are you at?
down by the smelter. Oh, I think I'm already kind of aiming just right. I should have put the other switch in first. He freaked me out. Definitely freaked me out. Oh, this is all swervy, curvy. How am I gonna get a switch track in here? I have to change all this. Maybe I need to put the switch track over here and just run the tracks parallel to each other.
I mean, there's, yeah, right over there. There's no.
Yeah, I don't want to have to. Yeah, I don't want to have to redo all that. Come on. I know you're in here somewhere. There we go. Oh, it misses. This will fix it. Gonna have to overlap the spline. That looks good. And this is sucks because it's slightly off the ground here. Let's see. See if we can get it on the ground in a conducive kind of way. Oh yeah, look at that. One track's going to be a little higher than the other, but that's okay. I have no idea what radius the other track is. So I'm just winging it.
Oh, I think.
Gonna have
Do some pre-trimming.
sure. Just wanted to make sure that this is where I'm going with everything. And it looks good. I think we'll be all right. Oh man, I'm gonna wind up deleting. Oh, it didn't actually delete. Why is there a gap here? There had to be a mistake. That should work. Oh, I did not want to do that. Should have right clicked. Excuse me. That was messed up. I messed it up. Broken spline, broken spline. Let's see. I'm just going to take that. Where the hell is the other double rail? I had 2 and 2, right? Oh wait, is that it? That's so weird.
Here it is.
Yeah. Nope, that was not it.
Not it? Okay. 'Cause it looked like it was different.
It's weird. Oh, I just found it. All right, I found it. It was so perfectly together. I'm freehanding it. Should just bring it to here. This is bad. This is bad track. What are you gonna do? It's not bad track.
You want my opinion?
It works.
No, I was going to say it's good enough for government work.
Yeah, it's a government railroad. Gotta get this train backed up in here before the express comes. I think the express needs some firewood.
What about this puppy? There we go.
And I'll put some groundwork down too.
You want me to get the switch for you?
The what?
You want me to get the switch for you?
Sure. Yep. Go right ahead.
Okay, switch is set.
Can probably start backing up in here. I'm remotely controlling the train. Could use a few more trees cut over here.
You can let it coast.
Okay.
Or I'll slow it down via handbrake.
Uh-oh. Oh, good thing. Oh, wait. I didn't get this switch. Oh, it's good. It's in the right position. Nice. Yeah, you can just let it go.
Okay.
We did it. And the passenger train is... Where are you? It's got 5 fuel left in it. It's on its way back down from the oil refinery.
All right.
I see the last car on the train is cordwood. So I gotta throw this switch for the cordwood. Yep, that works.
I'll tell you when.
Some crazy track. Crazy fast. Emergency track work.
Savage, why don't you get on?
He's working.
Ah,
It's probably like 9:10 a.m. Tuesday for him. Oh, this is gonna look cool coming down here.
oh yes, because I'll be seeing it firsthand.
This helix took like 3 or 4 tries.
Oh wow, you gotta be seeing it from the back here.
It looks cool, right?
Oh yes.
And now you can see the whole. You can see the whole train.
Yeah, I can see the whole thing.
Nice. The distance.
I can see you in the cab.
Nice.
Entering the canyon.
This is such a cool run down in here.
Mm-hmm.
It's like sneaky. Sneaky log camp.
Maybe that's what you should
Name it, right? Yeah. Sneaky River and Sneaky Log Camp.
Mm-hmm. If I remember correctly, it was the camp owner who owned the railroad and the camp, and they would usually name it after the the log camp. They would either give it a number or give it a name.
Oh, okay. There's so much more they could have done with this terrain
Mm-hmm.
and the positioning of the industries. It would have made it so much better.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I was the map designer for RRO.
Yeah, you're entering this way
Okay.
right now. You are on the curve. And straight away, you're heading to the second curve before the platform. And you're going to want to stop right about there.
Ha. Oh, don't stop so fast. Do I have to move up?
Yeah. Yes. Move up 3/4 of a car and stop.
All right. Gotta fill these. Put some wood in the boilers. I'm gonna throw some wood in the passenger train too.
Okay.
Throw some wood in old part.
Which yourself.
It's everyone is a fart.
Ah,
All the
all about.
all the 280s, they're all named after farts, except yours.
And named you after my grandmother.
Oh, okay.
Her name was Barbara, and whenever my grandfather was feeling, playful, he would call her Bobby.
Let's see how bad I can go flying here. I'm gonna teleport from a moving train. That wasn't too bad. I'm wondering if hopefully we'll make it up no problem with the 4 empty cars in the middle. Oh, I guess this is in case you fall, right?
That
Somebody put a piece of rail there.
was me. All right. Uh, you can move back 2 cars. And you are Good. Ah,
Nice. Crazy track, crazy track. Should be able to. Yeah, we should be able to fit the whole train in on this side without having to break it up.
because you know we could bring them up to the switch, set them out right there, and stuff.
Right. I think it'll all fit in there. I think you can fit. I think you can load an 8-car train,
Okay.
and that's why I had these cars on the back of the train like this, so they would fit in here.
Oh, okay. Two more each.
It's the train looks so much longer in here because of the valley.
Mhm. Okay, sir, make your movement forward. Uh, you want to stop your train right about there.
Yep. Have to go easy on the brakes with the heavy load on the back.
Okay, make your movement backwards.
I should probably start slowing down. I got it.
I was going to say I'll help you brake.
Yeah, I'm afraid of putting brakes there where it might buckle the train.
Okay.
We got it.
Okay.
Let's see, do I fit 2 more cars? Yeah. Yeah, I can back up 2 more cars and we can get all the cars loaded. Oh, why is this train moving? Why did this train just move?
Oh no.
Oh, come on, guys. Don't start with this stuff. That was real herky-jerky. Oh, now the train is not in the right position because somebody moved the train on me.
You're good right there.
Somebody grabbed the link, playing games.
You know, the one thing you should do,
What's that?
find out who it is,
What?
send them from joining you.
Suspend them from joining me?
Yeah,
How can you do that?
just tell them, hey, you can't join for a while.
Yeah, but how do I find out who it is, though?
Well, when you talk to them, say, hey, who was messing with the train? Whoever laughs,
Yeah.
did it.
Yeah. I'm gonna say it's Savage. Savage is the only person that will touch the yeah. You know what he did? They jerked the train so hard I think they derailed the engines. Let me see. Yep. They broke the train. Oh, they sent the passenger train. That's what happened. Did we not oh, look at that. That's what happened. Did we not? Maybe we didn't throw the switch back. Maybe we did it. Nobody did it. We did it to ourselves. Oh, that's so bad. Oh, this is terrible. That was bad. Look at the mess. Oh no.
I got it. I got it.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm on the tender.
Yeah, but the engine just fell through the map.
Oh no. Wait, which one?
Oh, the game crashed, and I didn't save it. Uh,
No.
oh wait, I have autosave. I have autosave. We're good.
Oh, okay.
All right.
That's how it says. There's the problem.
Yeah. I guess we left the switch open, and the passenger train came down in and smashed into the other train. That's hysterical. All right. So I don't know where this save is going to be at, but it should be. Yeah, I teleported with the engine, and it just dropped straight through the map. Oh, that's
Savage. Tell me when you're up.
okay. That engine is beautiful, Savage. 462.
He said, Savage says, I would only blow your whistle.
Right. Yeah, I'm sorry for accusing you. When I opened the controls, the reverser was almost in the middle, and you're the only person I've ever seen move the reverser. So I thought it might have been, that's like your signature move.
Be right back.
All right. I'm gonna have to ban somebody from my YouTube, leaving stupid comments. All right, where are we? Okay, we're back here. This is good. I'm gonna save the game right here too. And let's get this going. Oh, look at that. That was great. Sent that sucker flying. That's a new way to send stuff flying, huh? I hope this is old fart. Is this old fart? No, it's going through the map again. Oh wait, I see it. I see it. I got it. It doesn't want to let me put the engine here. Old fart is acting kind of funny. I don't know why it wants to fall through the map here. Maybe because I'm in the river? Maybe because I'm over the river. Hey, this is messed up. How do you fix this?
Just a minute. I'll be in there in just a moment. While this is on.
Oh, all right. Come on. We're almost there. I did it. That was stressful. It did that before I placed the groundwork though. Oh, I'm just gonna send this thing. I'm sending it. Wait. Control R. Wait. F1 click. Control R. F1. My F1 is not working. Control R. There we go. Oh, let's see. Yep, we just left the switch in a bad position. That's what we did. All right, see if we can get the other one going. Both the tender and the logo. Someone said it has It has something to do when these things are in the water and you pick them up. This happens. Let's move. You're on the rails. Oh, right. Trying to right click before it falls. Yeah, someone said if they're in the river and you try to pick them up, they'll fall through the map. Like that. And now it just crashed because the engine fell all the way through. Oh my god. This is turning into it crashed again. Oh. All right, let me pause. Okay, we're back live. We just went through a whole fiasco trying to get those trains rerailed. What happened was is there more than one brake on?
There shouldn't be.
Yeah, there was. Let's see. There we go. It's moving now. We left the siding open and the passenger train came and doinked us. It was a head-on collision. Save the game, he said. It's auto-saving too, so. Let's see where this sucker is. Oh, it's making it. It made it up the helix. We're in good shape. Boy, that was a comedy of errors. Wow.
Kidding.
Could have been a lot worse, too.
True.
Just having the cars in the engines in the river, that's what screwed us up.
Just
All right.
salvage.
All right. We can get out of here now.
Just don't run me over.
Where are you?
I'm loading in.
Okay. Oh, so yeah, I'm probably gonna. Oh yeah, you're standing right in the middle of the tracks.
Yes, sir.
Hey, you fell off, and I just deleted the groundwork for you to get back up. You can always teleport. How did you fall off? Did you walk off the bridge? That was funny. Okay. Passenger train is back on track. And I can go ahead and do that. Getting back. Wait, I'm pulling out forward. Oh, I'm just gonna have to be on the wrong track for a little bit. For a lot of bit. And that's okay. Well, we should probably hammer down because I'm not so sure we're gonna make it out of here. We might have to break the train up and do this in 2 loads. We don't need no stinking calculators. Are you talking, Dr. Wolfenstein? Because I can't hear you.
Yeah, sorry about that. The code that you gave me is not good.
Okay. Let me see. Try that one. Oh, we're not making it up this hill. I can feel it already. You see, the passenger train knew we weren't going to make it, so it came down here to help us, actually. Well, maybe we're going to make it. I think I was supposed to unload those hoppers before coming down here. And we're making it, we're making it. That's cool as hell. This game is fun. Stuff like this is just fun.
Oh, right, there we go. Finally.
Nice. Chugging along.
Okay, I'm back on the train.
Right. Oh, wait a second, I'm not thinking straight here.
What's that?
I'm trying to calculate my next move. So we're gonna pull out of here. And we'll back into the switch. That's what we'll do. The passenger train is on its way to the iron mine. I could probably throw this switch. Alright, we're hauling the mail. I like running the mix consist, just stopping at every industry along the way and doing something. You know? Oh, that track doesn't look too bad.
You wanting to slow down?
We're good. We're gonna back up into the smelter now.
Okay. Moving up to position.
Now, one of these we can load from both sides, so we'll go on that. No, we can't do that. This is gonna be tricky. We have to do the cordwood first, and then pull out and do the iron ores second. We've been running this Heisler pretty hard. It's starting to use up its water. Are you back by the cordwood?
Yes, I am.
Awesome.
You want me to join your company?
Yeah, you can. You don't have to. If you want to make money on this on the server, you can make it.
Huh?
We're not playing by the money rules in this map.
Okay, slow down. Stop.
Yeah. That was as quick as I could stop.
You're perfectly fine. Stop. Don't move.
I'm not. That's the residual slack.
Slack.
The slack because I'm on a grade.
Okay, I need you to move back one car.
You could just unload on the fly.
Okay.
I can't see. Is everything unloaded?
Not yet. Okay, now everything's loaded on that.
Do I have to go back more?
No, you're good.
Okay, so we're gonna. I don't. You know what? Maybe there is enough room to unload the iron ore on this siding. That'll save us a move. Let's back up.
Okay, I'll tell you when you have no more track.
I think we'll make it.
Three cars. Two cars. One car.
We're almost there.
Okay, you still have one full car.
I think from right here you can start unloading the. Just make sure you unload it from the right side.
Okay.
I was right. It fit.
Come.
Backward.
Yeah, go back just a little bit. Okay, stop right there. You go that slow. I can unload on the fly.
Yep. Just hard gauging the speed on this grade. It's unloaded.
Yes, sir.
Nice. So now we need to. I don't want to back the train all the way there. It's almost like we have to turn the train around again.
I do a long haul and just turn it around that way.
The only thing is that passenger train is going to be coming soon.
Is it coming at us?
It's going to be. It's crossing the bridge now. So it's going to be on the outside track. Yeah, let's use the Y and turn the train around.
Okay.
We'll have to go on the outside track for a little bit, but we'll beat it.
There we go. Yeah, it looked like it was switched on my screen. Okay, you are clear of the switches.
Okay. I threw the switch, so make sure. Yep. Thank you. I didn't know you were back there. Are you using the F1?
Ah,
Yep.
I'm using the F1.
Gotcha. All right, so you get the switches.
Okay.
And we're just gonna go on the Y and pull out in the other direction.
Uh-huh.
I mean, we could have just as easily backed up all the way there.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that far. But having those locked cars behind those empties got me worried,
Yeah.
especially on the hills. I'm clear of the switch. Nice.
Switch is set for me. You're clear through the next switch.
Now, I think we do have to pay attention to where the passenger train is before we go popping out on the main line.
Alright.
Let me see if I can locate it, where it's going. Oh, it's coming. This will be. I guess we can go alongside of it. Yeah, that's what we can do. We can just go alongside of it. Yep, we can pop out on the main line.
Alright.
Right, because that's going to come down, be on the right side, we'll be on the left side, and we can run parallel to it. We can run alongside the passenger train.
So we're clear?
Yeah, we are. You can open up the switch to the main line.
Switch is clear. We're going into the yard with it, right?
Yeah, we're going to go to the logging camp.
Okay.
We'll go past and then back into it, and then put the train back in the yard, and I'm probably going to call it a night. after that.
Okay, you're clearing the track 1.
I'm going a little bit slower, hoping that the passenger train will catch up to us. It's just coming down under the bridge over there.
Suppose you want me to hop onto it.
It's good. Why is there a number under my name with a progress bar?
I have no idea. To me, it just says name and 1.
Yeah, on my screen it says 10, and then there's a progress bar that's like a quarter of the way.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Man, this really uses a lot of fuel compared to the 280, unless you must have put wood in it, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, okay.
Alright.
It's good. It has fuel. Oh, here comes the passenger train.
Uh-huh.
Now we can hammer down and ride alongside of it.
Do you want me to get onto it and then stop it when we get up?
It's not in our way at all.
Uh,
We're just going to stay on this track and then back directly into the yard.
well, don't you want to stop it for oh shoot, for the save and whatnot?
Oh, before I quit the game?
Yeah.
Not necessary.
Okay.
I quit the game many times with it running.
Alright.
You just have to go back to it in the next game. Oh, that's pretty cool looking.
Whoa.
Racing trains. The great train race of 2022. soon as we get on the hills, it starts pulling ahead of us. When we get next to the town here, I wonder my FPS is really going to drop.
Yeah, mine's at 15, 17.
Yeah, I'm at 20 right now, but it looks slower. There we go, it's 15. As soon as we get next to all the buildings, oh my god, that's crazy. There's too much going on. All these engine sheds. They look so cool, but man, they ruin your FPS.
My cat is telling you he wants to go to bed.
The cat.
Yep. Okay, you want to slow down, don't you?
Yep.
Okay. What we're going to do first is we're going to uncouple the last 4 cars, right?
No, we can just bring the logs right to the sawmill and then pull out and put the whole train back in the siding where I pulled it out from.
Okay. Clear the sawmill. Okay, main line switch is switched.
Nice. We're on the wrong side of the sawmill, no?
Oh shoot! I thought I thought it was this side. Yeah, my bad.
No problem. We might have to throw the mainline switch to fit.
Okay, mainline switch is set. You are pushing mainline switch.
Yep.
Okay, sir. Make your movement backwards.
In fact, we'll just dump these logs and leave the train right where it is.
Okay.
Because the next time I join, I'm just going to pull it straight out anyway.
All right.
Or I might reconfigure it. I don't know.
Slow down, sir.
Oh,
Stop. You didn't shorten the platform, right?
no, but you should try to get him in the middle. Because I think the logs have to land on the platform. You want me to back up?
Yeah.
You should be able to do a rolling unload.
Okay.
It's all unloaded?
Yep.
All right. I don't think the whole train fits on the siding, does it?
Stop.
Yeah? Right there.
You have a quarter. You have 3/4 of the car left.
All right, so I don't fit on there. Okay. Anyway, I'll just leave it here. It's good enough here. That was fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Thanks for joining in.